What's up, tribe? So in this video, I'm going to show you a trade that I took just a few weeks back. Okay, so this was cycle date. Bitcoin was following this cycle date. Okay, consider cycle dates. So it was oscillating from buy, sell, buy, and from here it sold because from here it closed lower. Okay, so it worked perfectly, then buy here and then it sold here. You see this big crash where people committed suicide, so I was expecting buy from this date here. Okay, so this was the big crash that made people commit suicide. Okay, so market moves from buy, sell, it oscillates. Okay, so this was um the forecast. So we're expecting market to rally to this here and then start declining. But what market did was that it rallied way earlier. Okay, it rallied earlier and then it declined way late. Okay, so it was actually following this here. So what I had to do was to adjust this wave, adjust it properly. So what I did was I went, let me show you. Okay, so I adjusted the wave, right? I adjusted the wave. You can see now it is more accurate now. So market was coming down like this, and then we're expecting a rally here till this region here, and then it declined. Okay, so you can see market did not really rally much. Okay, it not really rally much. It just consolidated here. Okay, so I went to the lower time frame here. This was where I was expecting the market to decline. Okay, so I used a Wyckoff setup here. Okay, and my entry will I used the entry tree because I have three types of entry. First was the early entry, the confirmation entry, and the pullback entry. So this was more of like a pullback entry. Okay, so once market made this triple top here, okay, this was a triple top here. This was a triple top here. So once market made this 1, 2, 3, I was expecting it to decline. So market actually declined, right, and made this break of structure. Now I created this zone, right, which was a previous swing the market broke. So market broke this previous swing. So I was waiting for a pullback. So once market made that pullback, I made my entry when it came out of that zone in that pullbacks. Okay, so this was the previous supply. So I took my stop loss above the triple top. So I targeted 1 is to it was actually 1 is to 2 that I targeted. Okay, so I got that one. Now this was the cycle date. So we're expecting what um a bullish move, a bullish reversal. Okay, because the cycle has flipped. So what I did was that I was waiting. So you can see markets started rallying. Okay, once it got to that cycle, they started rallying. So I mapped this demand zone here, and I waited patiently for market to tap in on that demand zone. So what market did was it came and it tapped on that demand zone, and I was waiting um for my other setup, which was the supply and demand setup. Okay, so market came and it took out this trend line here, so because it made this trend line. This was also liquidity. Okay, so it took out this liquidity here, and then there was also a trend line here. So once market took out this trend line, let me show you here. You can see trend line removed, right? It took out this trend line like this, and then came back to that zone. Okay, so once market took out the trend line, I was now waiting for what? A pullback entry. So um market made a swing out of this zone here, right? It swing out of this zone, and then once it came back to that zone and rejected, that was when I made my entry. Then I put my stop loss below this. So this is what they call the pullback entry. All right. So it's the same entry technique for this one here. It's called the pullback, or we say break or retest entry. I call it the pullback entry. Okay. If you are entering or early entry, if you are trading supply and demand, you're making early entry, you would have entered somewhere here. Okay, mainly price and enter that zone, you would have entered here, stop loss below here, and then take profit above here. That would have given you a 1:3. Okay, so yeah, if you're making early entry, but early entry has its pros, it has its cons. Professional traders use this pullback entry technique here. Okay, so I targeted 1:3 here, targeted this high here. Okay, so that is just the two entry technique that I used. If you want me to teach you how I use all of this setup, fresh zones, trend line removal, opposing zones, you could send me a message on WhatsApp. Number is down below, or you could click on the link and purchase our mentorship. I'll teach you how I'm able to find these setups and able to trade these setups. So that's my trade recap, and I'll see you guys on the next one.